All right, what's going on, guys? It's Trader here, and you're watching another film breakdown over at HawgBeat.com. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. We've got everything you need to know about Arkansas sports on here on the HawgBeat YouTube channel, as well as over at HawgBeat.com. Masterful stuff from Andrew Hutchinson, as always. Mason Choate, Jackson Collier, and myself bring you everything you need to know about Razorback athletics, as well as on this channel. You're able to find more film breakdowns like this every Wednesday, full episodes of the Hogbeat Hour going up every Friday, as well as clips from that show, new recruiting series that I'm starting on the YouTube, as well as press conferences from football and basketball, recruit highlights, game highlights, whatever you need to see about Razorback athletics, you're going to find it on the Hogbeat YouTube channel. So make sure you guys do subscribe for more. And without further ado, let's get into it. All right, y'all. Today we're going to be taking a look at two of Arkansas's offensive linemen from this 2022 class. Rivals 250 prospect, 5.8 4-star Amarian Harris out of Little Rock Robinson. Huge pickup for Arkansas. Amazing that Pittman was able to keep him in state, as well as a guy who I think is a little bit underrated by Rivals, and that's Andrew Chamblee. I believe he's a 5.6 3-star on Rivals, a lot higher on some other services, and a lot higher on one really important guy's radar, and that's Sam Pittman. I think he's underrated, but Sam Pittman really thinks that he can come in and have a pretty big impact pretty early into his Arkansas career. So I'm very excited to get a look at these guys and see what Arkansas exactly is getting on the offensive line, more specifically at the tackle positions, with these two guys. Neither one had too many highlights. That's why we combined it into one video. If you notice, we've been kind of trying to roll through all the 2022 signees. These guys are going to be lumped into one video because they just don't have that many highlights to look through posted on their huddles. I believe it starts with Amarian Harris and then moves into Chamblee after that. And what he could do for Maumelle. But what I'm going to be looking for, as an offensive lineman, you want to see what their pass sets look like, how they're able to get out of their stance for the run, as well as, what they do after their portion of the play is done, the effort that they're able to give after that, and just really, you want to see offensive linemen who are going to play in the SEC. You want to see them dominating at the high school level, and I'm expecting to see that in these highlights. So without further ado, let's get into it. Yep. So this was actually a game that I was at, and that was Harris and Robinson against Maumelle this season. Harris able to, like we were looking for before, he's able to manhandle his man on every play. Also played a little bit of defense. I don't know that we'll see that from Chamblee, but just able to get right to the ball carrier. Another pancake there. A little bit of a stunt there, pulls back and steps up, able to fill that hole. And that was him working on that last play. That's him working against an Arkansas commit. That's Nico DeVilliers for Maumelle, lined up against him a lot. We'll see that again. And he really had a great game against Harris, or against DeVilliers. And that's really reassuring if you're an Arkansas fan, that he's able to go against a guy that Arkansas was very high on. I believe he's a 4-star. And just to have that kind of impact, you love to see that. Pass set, able to drop back. Doesn't give any ground there. Gets out of his stance quick. Able to take DeVilliers out of the play. Sets up there. Once again, doesn't give up any ground. Just able to hold still, keep the pocket for his quarterback, and that's really all you can ask for. Makes the tackle there on the defensive side of the ball. Takes his man to the ground there on that down block. Once again, just gets out of his stance quick, able to get the pad level that he needs. Didn't necessarily get too low there, but was able to get low enough to drive his man back and open a hole for his running back. Pass sets, widens out, able to hold that shape again for the pocket. Here we're going to see the start of Chamblee's highlights. Gets in on him there. Wow. Straight to the ground, and then just dominates him even after the play. holes there and is able to blow up that defender. Wow. So one thing you see again from both of these guys, they're on the blind side of their quarterbacks. That's going to be a very important position, arguably the most important in football if you're looking at it from an offensive lineman's perspective. And you're seeing them just completely handle business, whether it be run or pass. Even if the play doesn't necessarily go solid, I mean, these guys are getting their blocks set up and just really having their way with the defenders. And like I mentioned before, that's exactly what you want to see from SEC offensive linemen. Get out of his stance quick, continue downfield, just and finishes the play. That's what you love to see from Chamblee here, is he's finishing every single play. You know, sometimes whether it needs to be done or not. And one thing you'll notice about Chamblee, if you watch some more clips, he likes to have fun on the field. He goes out there and you know, if his team scores, he's going to have some fun with it. And you know, you kind of need that swagger on the offensive line sometimes. You need the grit. You need the ability to go out there and just completely manhandle your man, but you also need to be able to be a team player and celebrate. And you see that a lot with Chamblee. All right, and that will do it for us in this film breakdown of two of Arkansas's, you know, guys that I'm really, really looking forward to seeing, both early enrollees for the spring, and both, you know, arguably are going to have a chance to go out there and fight to make their names known early as Arkansas Razorbacks. Amarian Harris, 5.8, Rivals 250 player out of the state of Arkansas, as well as Andrew Chamblee, who's also out of the state of Arkansas, a guy that I think is really, really underrated, and a guy that Sam Pittman's very, very excited to see what he's capable of when those spring practices start. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure, once again, you do leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. I have these film breakdowns out every single Wednesday, new episodes of the Hogbeat Hour every single Friday. I'm working on a new recruiting series to kind of bring the video and have a midweek update rather than the recruiting roundup that I do over at HawgBeat. HawgBeat.com. Once again, great stuff coming from Andrew Hutchinson, Mason Cho, Jackson Collier, and myself over there. Basketball season in full swing, baseball season just around the corner, and it's always a great time for some Razorback football content. We have that and more over at HawgBeat. So subscribe here, go check out HawgBeat.com, and that'll do it for us here. So I'll see you next time. I'm Alex Trader. Peace.